On the shores of Lake Erie here in the city of rock and roll. Our coverage of the NFL brings us to Huntington Bank Field. Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And off we go from Cleveland. Return coming from the 6. Finds some space. He's past the 30. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. The defense calls a timeout. That's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Now for the first time, it's a give to the rookie from Ohio State. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. There's a give up the middle. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
And the Steelers go in nickel. 3rd down.
Let's go. Rig alert.
And they send a man in motion. Third and long for him here. He's on the move. Complete beyond the marker. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
60 Eagle.
Throwing now on 1st down. Into the hands of Tillman. Complete. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Stop made by C.J. Henderson.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 39. Dumped off to his running back. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Minkah Fitzpatrick in on the stop.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
3rd and 4 coming up now. They go play action here. That's Tillman. He's got it. And he stopped at the 31-yard line. They get 6 and a first down as well.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They've come out swinging to begin this contest as they've got it down to the 31.
Go.
They'll throw it again. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Pat the 60. Pat the 60.
Another try following the sack. That's complete, David Njoku. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
Here we go. Here we go. Hup.
Working inside the red zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
Got it. Ready?
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Go. Ready, ready.
They're throwing it. And the defender comes away with it. Minkah Fitzpatrick has got it. And the Steelers, they're off to a great start defensively. They forced a turnover on the opening possession.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for them. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
They're out and set, first and 10.
Go, go. Plant.
Tight end going in motion here. From the gun, a give to Gainwell. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Second and 6 coming up here.
Big Mike. 26. 50.
Again, this is Gainwell. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Tackled there by Jerome Baker.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Rodgers here from the gun. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down. On 4th down, the Steelers are going to turn to Cameron Johnston to punt this away. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And he can't hurt you with the return if you just kick it out of bounds, right? This one flies out right around the 15-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Ready?
Lone back gets the handoff. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Tackled by the venerable Cameron Hayward. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Ready?
Another carry for him. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Ready? Check go.
Throwing off the play fake here. He'll get this to Tillman. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. We're at the end of one in a defensive showdown that has lived up to its billing thus far. Couple of zeros on the board right now. We'll return to Huntington Bank Field after this. We're ready now for the 2nd quarter. Browns in control of it. They're looking at 1st down here. Jerry Jeudy with the grab. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that gives the Browns a 1st.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
On 1st down, they'll run. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire 1st half. They drop him behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Come on, set.
Back now, pressure on its way. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Steelers have it now on his 8th pick of the year. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. Rodgers here off the play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. He takes it himself. And he's out of bounds after getting this one to the opposing 45-yard line.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Pressure comes. Rodgers finds his back. Jaylen Warren. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Play action with Rodgers. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. Just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
They really need some chunk yardage here on second down.
Hey, 626. Back on. Inside. Rita, get up.
Trying again, following the sack. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Yeah, there. 30. Look again.
Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them, trying to go deep on third down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. Fourth down coming up.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
So they send him out for a field goal, and they don't get much longer than this. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. They're down to their final one in this half. Here's Cameron Johnston to punt it away once more. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. And he drives this one skyward, hoping to drop it near the goal line. So this one goes out of bounds inside the 20, but not by much. They're giving him the 18-yard line. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
19 tight. Set. Hey, smash. Go.
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face second down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Here he is to throw on second down. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Tried getting it to Jerry Jeudy. So they're left facing third and long.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Buffalo 18.
They're going to throw it on third and long. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. They get 13 on the pickup. And that's good for a Cleveland first down.
That is so demoralizing for a defense. You lock things down in coverage. You do everything right on the back end, only to see the quarterback escape, evade the pressure, and get that first down anyway.
They've got first down from the 31. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have second down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Here we go, here we go.
Back to the well again. And he's brought down for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
3rd and 4 coming up now.
Go! 70 Lions. Hurt, hurt. Panther 11, Panther 18, Rattler, 18, Rattler. Trap 60, trap 60. Ready, ready.
Here's a throw. That's caught for the first. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped at his own side at the 49. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Ready.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. From the 43. Finds a man, Deontay Johnson has it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
Ready. Hut, hut.
They'll run the counter. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They'll try and throw it here. Drops back. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up. The Steelers use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. The Steelers go to a dime set. Must be thinking pass on this 3rd down. Couple additional DBs brought in.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Come 19, come 19. 18, Pioneer. Check, 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 check. Mustang 19. Get up.
Back to throw. He finds Johnson. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. So the Browns are going to kick the field goal on 4th down. Dustin Hopkins on for the attempt. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Carlson's kick is good, and that will get them on the board.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. That's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. Here's Miller on the return. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Huard with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And it flies over the end zone and out of play. In the past, it's a touchback to the 25. The new rules starting this season, Brock, so it's now going to be at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Rodgers. Chased out to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, and you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on your offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Rodgers to throw. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Greg Newsome has it. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with the receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure. But instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And he got all of that one, that's for sure. But with our new kickoff rules in play this year, that means the football's going to be spotted at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now running for the first time with Jaylen Warren. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. They'll go again with Warren. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Hauled to the ground by Jordan Hicks. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. 3rd and 2, Rodgers. Caught by Freiermuth. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Offense up to the line fast. From the 47, complete to DK Metcalf. And he's going to get it out past the 40 before he goes out. Give him 8 yards on the play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Shotgun handoff to Warren. And his charge towards the line, it's right around 3 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
Second down now, 7 to go. Play fake, it's Rodgers. That's incomplete left side. Not on the same page with his tight end. And that makes it third down.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Cade on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Get 300. Get 300. 26. Over 50. Hey, take 26.
Here's Rodgers. Taking a shot for the end zone. That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up fourth down. Here comes Chris Boswell in the Steelers field goal unit. This will be from 52 yards. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead 7.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. They're out and set, first and 10. They're going play action. Completed to his running back. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
They go play action on first. Rolling out to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when he saw the field. It's going to be second down.
Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. Rather than force something with no one open or risk a turnover, he wisely just threw it away.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
19 Lions. Dragon 60. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. Ready.
Dropping back to throw. He fires one deep down the middle. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. David Njoku, the guy he was looking for. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Connects with Johnson. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that gives the Browns a 1st. New set of downs for him at the 38. He'll throw it yet again. Into the hands of Tillman, complete. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Offense to the line for 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Cole Holcomb there on the stop.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
Go! 19 tight, 19 tight. Street, street. 60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Buffalo 18. Ready, ready?
Looking to the air here. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's going to take this one in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns take a 13-point lead. It's a Jerry Jeudy touchdown. Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
That one right down the middle. And the Browns double their lead to 14. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And well, in the past, we wouldn't have batted an eye as it sailed over the end zone, Brock. But with our new kickoff rules in place, that's going to cost them. The football's coming all the way out to the 30-yard line. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Back north.
Rodgers here from the gun. On the move, headed right. Complete out to the right. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Steelers 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Now Rodgers. Rolling left, buying some time. Throwing deep over the middle. He's got it inside the 25. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain. 1st down from the red zone. Buys time, rolling right.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Man in motion, out of the slot. Off play action, Rodgers. And for the moment, that's going to be a touchdown. Whether it will stand, though, well, that depends on the call on this flag. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. To throw is Rodgers. And this one hurts. Had a touchdown in his hands, but he couldn't hold on. 3rd down coming up.
Plays like that are called twofers. It's why coaches live 2 years for one. All the planning, great play call, careful execution led to that, and it was still dropped to the turf. Touchdown lost.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Rodgers will look to throw. Forced out to his right. Looking touchdown, but can't connect.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th.
Go to 50, then you block over here. Jim! Yeah, this. Take 30. Hey, 88.
They'll go for it. Rodgers forces that one, and it's intercepted. Grant Delpit in to pick it off. The 50. The 30. The 10. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
PAT is up and good from Hopkins. And the Browns stretch their lead to 21. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Rodgers coming back after the pick. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. That one's cut along the left sideline. They touch him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a 1st. Rodgers set to pass. Completed here to Pickens. And they make the tackle at the 38. Working quickly here. Again, Rodgers. He's on the move. Now he tipped. The ball is loose. Oh, but the fumble goes out of bounds. Oh, close call there.
Sometimes, let's face it, it's just better to be lucky than good. Your mind as a runner always goes to worst case scenario when you feel that ball get knocked loose. That time the sideline saved him and his team.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap. They're going to throw. Metcalf's got it. Complete. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Austin's there to haul it in. And he takes this down to the 10 before hitting the sideline. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Escapes the pocket. Has it in close. And that's a Pittsburgh touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
They recognize the situation they're in now. After that score, they're going to try to get it right back. And that kick fails. The Browns able to recover. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Well, kind of feels like we're starting to get to that point, Brock.
And what point is that, Kate?
You know, the bold point of the game where you have to try something bold could end up becoming a play that finally sinks him, though.
Yeah, it's time for desperation. Without a defensive stop here, it's really hard to lay out the scenarios for much success. Every second matters now when you don't come up with that onside kick.
The Steelers calling their first timeout. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
That is teaching tape for a linebacker. Read, react, and finish.
They give it to him again. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. And with another one gone, they're going to have just 1 remaining this game. Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. They'll motion Johnson right. They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. He's got a man left. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. The Steelers use their 3rd and final timeout. And this could be an issue the rest of the way with no way to stop this clock. So the Browns are going to kick the field goal on 4th down. Dustin Hopkins on for the attempt. He'll try to connect on a 50-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that makes this a 3-score game.
I think you could call this one now, Kate. This field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. 1st down, Rodgers. Chased out to his right. He's on the move. And he's out of bounds after pushing just past the 40. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. From the shotgun, Rodgers. On the move, headed right. Finds a seam down the middle. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play. Here's Rodgers on 1st and 10. He beams one deep right up. He's got it inside the 10. And he drives this forward to the 6. Working inside the red zone. Buys time, rolling right. Is in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers get it back to within 2 possessions. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
Well, don't look up at the clock, everybody. That is certainly not their friend as they get set to try an onside kick. The Steelers say they have it, and indeed they do! Steeler football! Timing's so important for a team to recover its own onside kick, but jumped the gun there before it went 10 yards, and that drew the flag.
Here we go, sack.
They'll run here from the gun. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
His goal's pretty clear, Kate. Crash forward, and then crash inside. Set that edge, but if you can come inside and bury that runner before it gets started, all the better.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Cleveland. Browns approaching win number 7 on the year. All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Let's go.
Back-to-back carries here. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here.
Check smash. Go.
He's dropping back to throw. Forced out to his right. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover, wisely throwing it away.
So here comes the kick team for what will be a very long attempt. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. The Browns take the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. The Browns are lined up to punt, and he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. He punted 4 times last week in the win, and his first of this week is away. And that kick a little too well struck. He drives it into the end zone for a touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's on the move. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with him in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
2nd and 10 now. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. To throw. Able to find Gainwell. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. And he's going to spike it. 27 seconds to go. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once. I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Rodgers here off the play action. Trying to push it deep downfield. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Now to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. This is brought in at the 15. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. So the Browns come away with the win. And they draw first blood against a division rival. They'll go on the road later this year with a chance at completing that season sweep.
I need it. Okay, it's me and my kinfolk. Cat, that is my MO. 925, my area code. Don't give a what you been. Shared AG, put her friend. They want a lot, not a little. I get something. Give me something. What you gonna do for that end zone? I'm in the end zone, rocking that Kenzo. My thing Kindle. I'm beneath though, going triple plat. I need a pack and a half. I broke up my mans, a stack and a half. I told my mama I'm bringing that bag. I got it. I'm backing. I'm on. I get till I can't. So